An unprecedented new consciousness is transforming the entire human species. A new world is being born. The old world is disintegrating. Both worlds now call to you. Do you want to live in gratitude, patience, contentment, and awe of the universe? Or in anger, worry, overwhelm, and despair? This podcast will help you choose joyfully and effectively. Welcome. I'm going to talk to you about emotions. Now, the second authentic power guideline is pay attention to my emotions. By feeling the physical sensations in my energy processing centers, such as my throat, my chest, and my solar plexus areas. This guideline is the second guideline in the commitment section. In other words, it's the number 2 guideline in the entire set of authentic power guidelines, and it's the number 2 guideline in the commitment section of the authentic power guidelines. In other words, it's important. It's really important to creating authentic power to pay attention to your emotions. Now, this is a huge difference in everything that we've experienced in our past, individually, collectively, and even as a species. We are now multisensory. We are moving beyond the perceptions of the 5 senses, and this is changing everything. It's changing our values, our goals. It's changing our experiences and our understanding of ourselves and the universe and our world and one another. And it's also putting us into the domain of the heart. And that means emotions are very important. I'm saying all this because emotions are not important at all to 5 sensory humans. They're not committed to paying attention to their emotions. They're committed to avoiding their emotions. In order to avoid any painful emotion, 5 sensory humans are willing to eat until they are obese, pursue mindless sex until they're exhausted, masturbate, watch pornography, shop, gamble, smoke, drink alcohol, use prescription drugs, use non-prescription drugs, everything and anything to avoid really feeling painful emotions. They are willing to become workaholics, obsess about anything. They are willing to indulge in violent emotions and painful emotions such as anger, resentment, jealousy, vengeance, superiority and entitlement, inferiority and need to please. Only way that 5 sensory humans valued emotions at all was in the proverbial fight or flight syndrome, because that could help them pursue external power. It could help them evolve. It could help them stay alive. Multisensory humans are very interested in emotions because they are intent on becoming the authorities in their own lives. They are intent on freeing themselves from their fears, and that requires awareness of emotions. The creation of authentic power takes you into the heart. And in order to go into the heart, you need to also go into everything that prevents you from experiencing the heart, and those are painful emotions. Authentic power is a journey into love, and that journey requires you also to be aware of all of the things that impede your journey or just stop it in its tracks. Those are your painful emotions. So now I'm going to talk to you about the number 2 authentic power guidelines. Pay attention to my emotions by feeling the physical sensations in my energy processing centers, such as my throat, my chest, and my solar plexus area. That means now that when you pay attention to your emotions, you're not only becoming aware of thoughts such as I'm sad, I'm happy, I'm angry, I'm down, I'm depressed, I'm exhilarated. It means becoming aware of your emotions somatically in terms of physical sensations in your body. So we'll start with painful physical sensations. Painful emotions come with painful physical sensations. For example, the experience of what you might call heartbreak can be as painful as hitting your thumb accidentally with a hammer. It's that painful. And yet most people are not aware of these painful physical sensations. In fact, as I explained, they're doing all that they can to avoid them. But if you intend to become free of your fears, it's necessary for you to begin to experience your emotions in terms of sensations. For example, I mentioned heartache. When you're feeling the loss of someone you like to be with, or you feel someone's betrayed you and you feel, quote, heartbroken. Heartbroken is not a description of an emotion. It is a psychological description or a poetical description or it's not even a clinical description. But when you go into your chest area and you put your attention there, you'll be able to find eventually physical sensations. And then you will, after practice perhaps, but definitely you will be able to say to others, I feel a painful sensation in my chest area. It's right in the center. It's the size of a baseball, and it hurts. It aches. I feel a constriction, like a band tightening around my chest. I feel like there's an ice pick being stuck into the left side of my chest area. Those are descriptions of physical sensations. Those are accurate descriptions of emotions. If you're not sure you can pay the rent or your house is being foreclosed, you put your attention on the physical sensations in your solar plexus area, which is this area directly below your sternum. You'll find sensations there too. Maybe nausea, maybe fluttering, maybe a churning or a burning. It might pervade your entire solar plexus area, or it might be right in the center or off to one side. Learning how to describe your emotions in this way is emotional awareness. If you're not aware of your emotions at all, that's emotional ignorance. If you're aware of your emotions, but the best that you can do is say, I'm happy, I'm sad, I'm jealous, I'm depressed, that is emotional illiteracy. But when you can say exactly what the physical sensations are in the vicinity of your energy processing centers, that is emotional awareness. And by the way, your energy processing centers are in your body between the crown of your head and the base of your trunk. They are your chakras. But since we live in the West and English is our first language, let's call them energy processing centers. And when you are processing a certain kind of energy in your energy processing centers, they hurt physically. What is that certain kind of energy? Fear. All of those emotions and distractions and detours and activities that I mentioned come from fear. Anger is a form of fear, not just fright. Jealousy is also a form of fear. Resentment, superiority, inferiority. The need for sex, alcohol, drugs, food, shopping. The need to be a workaholic or a perfectionist. All of these things are experiences of fear. And you cannot really experience them until you use your body to show them to you. So let's look at another type of energy. This energy feels good. When you put your attention into the same energy processing centers, you feel pleasing, good feeling sensations. Those are the sensations that come from experiences such as contentment, patience, gratitude, that's a big one, appreciation, awe of life. These emotions are emotions that originate in love. And creating authentic power requires that you be able to distinguish within yourself between love and fear and choose love whenever fear is active, and to cultivate love whenever love is active. And that's where emotional awareness comes in. There's no other way to gain this knowledge of yourself. this ability to watch these internal dynamics within you as fear becomes active and then love becomes active and then fear becomes active again. Somebody cuts you off on the freeway and fear becomes active. Anger, resentment, rage. Somebody is taking too much time in a checkout line and you become impatient and judgmental. That's fear. All of these experiences, every single experience of fear is painful in your body. And every single experience of love feels wonderful in your body. As you develop emotional awareness, you begin to be able to recognize the difference between the two in you, real time, and then choose love no matter what is going on inside of you or what is going on outside of you. I'll be back again, and I'll talk about the next step in the process of creating authentic power. Join me next time to explore the epic transformation of human consciousness that is reshaping our species and your part in it. It may surprise you. I'm Gary Zukav.